Wassup Ock? They don't want none. Diesel D. Y'all heard what I said, Wrestling Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, in late 2021, our home headquarter independent wrestling scene, Ring of Honor Wrestling, they decided to release all of their contracted wrestlers and said they were going to take a hiatus and get a fresh start in 2022. Well, ladies and gentlemen, April 1st, 2022, they are back with Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. Now, damn it, like everything in wrestling this weekend in Dallas. But they packed the shit out this card. They had surprises. And let's not forget, the owner of AEW, Mr. Tony Kahn, brought Ring of Honor. We still do not know yet what's going to happen of it. But damn it had the same look. It had the same feel. We had Ian Riccaboni.
ROH.
What's the other?
Caprice Cole.
We had the same ring announcers. We had Bobby Cruz.
I might have a salty look though.
Yeah, I mean, it was that same Ring of Honor feel. And here we are, baby. It was the 0 hour. Let's start it off there. First match, it was Boom Boom Colt Cabana going up against Blake Christian. As Darrin mentioned in another video, this was one of at least more than one match on a Friday night for Blake Christian. This wasn't a bad match at all. A pretty decent match. Surprised that they let the veteran get the win because with a Chicago skyline and a quick pin, Colt Cabana gets the win over Blake Christian in the opening pre-show match. How would you feel?
Yeah, I guess being a veteran. Every time I always see Colt Cabana losing a match or he taking a loss.
Yeah.
So this once in a while time, it was good to see him get a win.
Colt Cabana actually won in a match.
And Blake Christian, young Erica.
Yeah,
it was actually it was a decent match.
It was a decent match. I always love our guys Ring of Honor because just like other independents in other states, those people who are enhancement talents for the big people, you get a really chance to see their move sets, their build ups, all their things that they would do when you don't see them get squashed and other stuff.
Sure.
So our next match was a Women of Honor match. It was AQA going up against Miranda Alizé. And these ladies put on a pretty decent show too. At the end, with a Judas Star shooting star press for the win, AQA beats Miranda Alizé. It was a nice splash. And it was good to see her get a win, especially after seeing her get some time at AEW. I mean, she didn't get squashed, but we knew she wasn't winning. But it was good to see how she would do in a victory. How'd you like that?
Pretty decent match. I thought Miranda Alizé was gonna win. No, it didn't. I already saw the trend that was going on.
Yeah.
I was about to say because she part of Ring of Honor was in the whole tournament going for the new Ring of Honor title, who made it to the finals. Then had a match against Deonna Purrazzo trying to get the title.
Yeah.
Now she lost.
Yeah, but still on the 0 hour. Our next match, and first, since FTR relieved Tully of his managing duties, Tully's been starting his own shit. Tully Blanchard Enterprises, and he's here in Ring of Honor.
Now Tully do the
He had some new clients in Ring of Honor, but first it was a tag team. It was Khan, formerly of Shane Taylor Promotions, and Tower Leone, his new big monsters from the Caribbean, here to destroy stuff. And their first victims was Cheeseburger, the world famous, and Eli Esau of the whatever something squad. You got that shit. But this match wasn't long at all, a couple minutes. It was destruction. Made to look these guys good strong. And they got out of there with a quick victory. And Tully got some beasts, or should I say machines, on his team. As this wasn't the first person he had on his team. We'll find out a little bit later how you feel about that.
Yeah. Squash match, like you said. Look like they gonna make them look strong. And Tully got himself a new tag team.
Yeah.
Make them boys look strong.
Yeah. But I find a match at a 0 hour.
Forgot that damn name.
What, the team of the group?
Yeah. No, the tag team had a name.
Yeah, the hell was that name? The Gates of Agony.
Yeah, the Gates of Agony. I like that name.
I like that name. That really sounds like somebody gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
But our last match of the 0 hour, it was a Ring of Honor veteran. It was Downton Castle with about 8, 9, 10 boys. He was going up against young independent wrestler Joe Hendry. And this was this was a decent match, but it wasn't too long, even about 6-7 minutes. He made quick work of Hendry with his finisher and celebrated to end off the 0 hour. How did y'all feel about that? That was a lot of matches on one kickoff show, but they was trying to get the fans out.
ROH always do that. Got a lot of matches on that damn kickoff pre-show, whatever you want to call it, before the card. Dalton Castle, they revamped his character. And I believe he was a tag team with Joe Hendry at one point. So this basically was a grudge match, and Dalton Castle won.
That's pretty good to know. But to kick off the main Supercard of Honor, it was a singles match, and it pitted one of the GCW originals, Alex Zayne, going up against Shane Swerve Strickland here in Ring of Honor. This was Swerve's house, and this was a damn good match. They was reversing each other moves, trying to get each other finishes, kicking out of everything like every Ring of Honor wrestling does. When you think it's over, they don't. Yeah. At the end, it took a JML driver from Swerve to get the win. He pulls out the victory over Alex Zayne, gets out of there with some momentum heading forward. Yeah. How'd you feel about that? It was an opening contest.
Good ass match. I think this was the first match they announced that was going to be on Supercard of Honor. I was looking forward to it ever since it came about. Swerve got the win. I think that's a big win for Swerve. He needed a win after his debut on AEW, taking that loss. And they two good ass wrestlers. I wonder what's happening with Alex Zayne though. Yeah. Because I know he won a Battle Royal to get a future Ring of Honor World title shot. I don't even know if that's even the worst one after White and ROH. Yeah. So that might be down the journey. But yeah. Good match.
Yeah, we'll see. Next was another GCW original, and a lot of people ain't seen him before, but it was Ninja Mac. This motherfucker came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was my first time saying
him. Fuck Ninja Mac on the Ring of Honor. I be seeing him in 6-way scrambles in GCW, getting beat up. But next it was Tully once again. He said, "I got another monster, or should I say, machine?" And it was the Machine, Brian Cage. Who better?
My God.
To enter a squash match and destroy somebody. He was back, patented TNA mohawk, just as stocky as ever, putting on all his vintage moves. And this was about a 7-8 minute destruction of Ninja Mac. Finished off with a drill ball for the win. It was the motherfucking Machine, Brian Cage. How you feel about this squash match? And let's be real, we don't know where else he at.
I actually thought it was a pretty entertaining squash match. Ninja Man just kept fighting back, trying to do whatever.
Yeah, that's why I said it was a squash match, but it lasted about 7-8 minutes.
Yeah.
Because he kept fighting back, so it allowed Brian Cage to get all his moves in.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it's like he wanted to get beat up.
Well, you see, it's a whole group now.
Yeah. Shit.
Brian Cage, Tully Enterprise.
I ain't never seen that many niggas debut for one group in one show. God damn.
So finally, Brian Cage is back in the limelight on TV.
Yeah.
Let's see if anything bad planned for him. I hope so.
And you think I think it will be, and I want to ask that in one of my questions at the end. But our next match was a singles bout, and it pitted the young up and comer, Tiger Style Lee Moriarty, and he was out there with the third eye Matt Sydal on crutches. He was going up against a Ring of Honor fucking veteran, a legend.
The franchise.
AKA the franchise, Jay Lethal. This was a damn good match. Lee Moriarty was staying in it. He gave his chance himself to shine in his match. And Jay Lethal, as he does so well, he just puts together masterpieces of matches. And it was only a matter of time before a lethal injection got Jay Lethal to win over Lee Moriarty. But that wasn't it. Because as Matt Sydal came in the ring to check on Lee Moriarty, fucking Jay Lethal got all up in his face. Like, fuck you even in here for? Kicked the crutch. Sanjay that came out there and broke it up. And Jay Lethal he's just pissed off. I don't know what's going on with him. How you feel about this match?
Pretty good damn match. I thought Jay Lethal would get the win as he did, being a veteran. But I don't think this hurt Lee Moriarty. He got to show a lot in this match against another veteran and against another African American wrestler himself. They made each other look good. But you could see the shift change in Jay Lethal. He ain't no face no more.
Yeah, not even a face. Like, they were still making it clear during the show that who was part of the foundation here, who was part of the foundation there. But this is like I'm completely separating myself from all of that shit to focus just on me because I can't keep taking losses. So that's interesting. We'll see what happens. It's still more Jay Lethal at the end of the night. But next match with no Virtuoso and no Ring of Honor World Women's Championship, there was an interim Ring of Honor Women's Championship brought out, and it was gonna go between Mercedes Martinez and Willow Nightingale. Decent match. At the end, Mercedes gets her little driver thing she does, gets the win, and this is the first time in 20 years, as long as I say Mercedes, she actually got a title.
Finally.
She's a champion, but for how long? Because it's only a matter of time before we're going to have an undisputed Ring of Honor Women's Championship match. How you feel about this?
It was an okay match. Mercedes finally got a damn title. But I felt whoever lost, I wouldn't say looked bad on them, but it was a down drop. Because Willow had a match, a final battle against Roxy for the ROH title and lost there. Now she got another match for the ROH Women World title and lost again.
Yeah, and you
so
lost
I don't think she get no more.
You lost to the interim. You didn't lose to the new champ. You lost to somebody that was trying to get a title like you.
But to congrats to Mercedes. In the future, it's going to be Mercedes Martinez versus Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
For the ROH World Women's title.
It's not bad. It's not bad look at all. Not bad look at all. Well, our next match was for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. And representing the Foundation, it was Rhett Titus, your champion. He was going up against the King, the 30-year veteran from New Japan Pro Wrestling. The guy who waits a minute into his fucking intro to come out. Minoru Suzuki coming out here. And you know, he another Moxley type. Nothing hurts this motherfucker. PCO type guy. He taking all these hits and this because he was getting hit. Rhett Titus was putting some of his best moves and heavy hits on him.
Yeah.
But he couldn't get much because Minoru Suzuki, he still got some speed underneath fast. And at the end, finishing with his Gotch pile driver and a new Ring of Honor Television Champion. And Darrin got some thoughts on these title changes. We'll ask that later. But new champion Minoru Suzuki, how did you feel about the match?
It was a pretty decent match, but it's hard hitting. They started slapping the shit out of each other as soon as the match started.
Like these motherfuckers was hitting.
That's how Suzuki rolls.
Suzuki just like, yo, nigga, he smacking the shit out you.
Like, yeah, I feel for Rhett Titus because he had the title for a little while, but not that long. I think that was like really his first singles title.
Yeah.
Been with ROH so long, your ROH original. It's Caprice said graduated from the ROH school and everything.
Yeah.
But it's Minoru Suzuki. So I had, is he gonna win? Is he not gonna win? But
yeah, I mean he been showing up with everybody wrestling, but I don't really know how long he here.
It's Suzuki time.
I don't know how long he here, but he got a title now, so now that's even more scary.
Yeah.
Because every time he fight, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose.
Right. Because
he is a legend. The man can fight.
That man be everywhere.
Well, next you can argue whether the main event was. Damn it, in my opinion, best match of the night. Perhaps top 3 match of the whole weekend for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. It was them boys. Ring of Honor Hall of Fame inductees defending those titles yet again against the Triple I Tag Team Champions. The self-proclaimed greatest tag team on this planet. FTR, as they call them, Hardwood and Wheeler.
Hardwood and Wheeler.
This match was all over the place, man. When I tell you, these motherfuckers was fucking each other up. Suplexes from the inside to the outside, going full on barricade, jumping from the inside to the outside with cannonballs. There was multiple tag team finishes all over the way. There was doomsday devices. There was heart attacks. There was fucking dual tombstones, man. The motherfucking Briscoes even got a big rig, but it wasn't enough. Chicken got his elbow. Everybody got their moves, but at the end, when one of the Briscoes went out the ring, because there was a hella moves. I can't name them all because FTR just did hella moves in a row. Where one of the FTR, I think Wheeler, after he did a move, then fucking Hardwood did something. Then Wheeler went for a tope. Then got back in the ring and Tommy, what the fuck? Next thing you know, it was a big rig out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, and new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Double champions once again. FTR. And after the match, there was the Code of Honor, a handshake. These motherfuckers been beefing for months and they buried the hatch had a handshake.
Yeah.
And FTR walked away. And seconds later, out of nowhere, the whole crowd shifted. And it was the Young Bucks. Super kicks to the back of the head of the Briscoes. They're attacking. FTR comes back out there. But not till after a BTE trigger was delivered. They come out there, try to save them. And a whole lot of shit started. They praising Briscoes, calling them the best tag team of all time. Yeah. And fucking Young Bucks are selling their feud on Dynamite. This and this. You want to fight now? No, you gotta wait till Wednesday. And then we hear the Ring of Honor title's gonna be on the line on Dynamite. And then right after this match, we get a AEW promo. But damn it, how did you feel about this match and Briscoes losing? Right. New champs.
I agree with you. Good ass match. Probably the best match of the night, or tied for the best match of the night. A lot of action going on. I feel for the ROH faithful. Damn. The Briscoes once again.
Damn.
Another title loss for Ring of Honor Originals. Or whoever was on the contract at the point when he let everybody go. Good showing by both tag teams. Like, it's bad that the Briscoes lost the titles, but it didn't really show that they was not one of the best tag teams.
Yeah, no, man. They was out there getting busy. They just was going up against just as good as a tag team.
FTR also proved why they probably the best tag team in the world, or one of the best tag teams in the world. They the new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions.
Oh my gosh, man.
Then the goddamn Young Bucks. They was already in Ring of Honor before, so if they beat FTR for the titles, I wouldn't be surprised, because we still don't know what's going on with Ring of Honor.
We still don't have a clue. But next match, it was for the ROH Pure Championship. And it's always Pure rules. 3 rope breaks. You gotta do what you gotta do, because once those rope breaks are over, referee ain't stopping shit. It was Wheeler Yuta. He's been everywhere. He's been in Ring of Honor for years now, getting shine on. He was going up against another member of the Foundation, Josh Woods, your Ring of Honor Pure champion. Now, this was a good match, but I don't think I got enough time to really showcase the Pure rules like other Pure rules matches do, because some of these matches was long and there was a lot of fucking matches on the card. Yeah. But it had enough time to showcase. I was just surprised at the end. A series of moves led to a Wheeler Yuta arm hook roll up, and he got a nice ass roll up. And I hate roll ups, but he got a roll up on Josh Woods, who looked shot, but he didn't get mad. He gave the handshake, the Code of Honor, and got it. But another title change on Supercard of Honor. Wheeler Yuta, that was one of the more shocking ones, because like there's a difference between you just wanting to put a card together with people that don't usually have matches together, but this was just like, all right, Josh Woods need an opponent. You want to fight? That's what this looked like to me. But how you feel?
I felt it was a okay match. I'm just mad that once again a Ring of Honor guy lost their title. Josh the Good Woods lost his title.
And this is the
story.
Another
title change.
This is a story, and I wouldn't even have knew this. Darrin kept saying during the show, no, Ring of Honor person lost. Damn.
All of them lost to who basically either AEW guys or other independent wrestlers that was in AEW or came to AEW. Yeah. Like, now all the Ring of Honor guys that lost their titles now.
Yeah.
To AEW.
And that's the whole coincidence of it.
To me,
because Tony Kahn owns everything now. Not only does he own like 75% of the wrestlers on contract now these days, but now you own Ring of Honor. So some of the guys, since Ring of Honor closed, now they under contract with you, which means they still can go anywhere.
Right.
So, but then there's people who was only still doing their own thing. They not signing you. So it's like anybody who was signing Ring of Honor, they was signing AEW. At any point, one of them patches. Yeah. And it was crazy. You made that point, and then nobody noticed that.
Yeah, and Wheeler Yuta, I was like, he was losing all his matches on AEW, then just all of a sudden pop up and win the title. What sense does that make?
I don't fucking know.
But it would be very interesting. Would they keep all these titles from Ring of Honor, because AEW don't have many titles.
Yeah.
And with all them down wrestlers they got now.
And that would actually help.
They need more championships.
Like, I never liked the idea of making, some people saying Ring of Honor might be a development. No, it can still be its own independent, but because now it's contracted with AEW.
Right.
And because AEW is open to anybody showing up, this will be good for the company. Anybody can show up, but that also allows, because Ring of Honor got just as many titles, if not more, than AEW.
Right.
That allows you to not have to create more titles. Only the trios. That's all we asked for.
They still ain't
But you
create
can
them
still
yet.
use Ring of Honor.
We still waiting for them 6-man tag team or whatever you want to call it.
But ladies and gentlemen, we get to our main event. And damn it was for the undisputed Ring of Honor World Championship, as Bobby Cruz would say. Because at the end of the last Ring of Honor final battle, Bandido came down with COVID, wasn't able to fight. And he was supposed to be defending that title against Jonathan Gresham, was finally getting his shot after having a Pure title for so long. They stepped in. They got Jay Lethal to step in because they needed a champion to finish off Ring of Honor right. Jonathan Gresham became that champion, and they brought out the old Ring of Honor championship. But once Bandido was good, he still was defending his title, as I learned from Darrin, in Mexico and other places of the country. So there were 2 Ring of Honor champions fighting. We get here, Supercard of Honor. Who's the real champion? Who's the undisputed champion? Right. Now, you had your Jonathan Gresham with the old Ring of Honor title. Bandido with the newer Ring of Honor championship. Chavo never knew he wasn't contracted with AEW no more until he said he wasn't on alumni page. He came up with Bandido. He came up with Bandido Ring of Honor. But again, this is Tony Khan's Ring of Honor now. And Bandido was such an honorable champion, honorable guy. Especially after beating Roosh, which I still don't think he beat Roosh. Roosh kicked out for that shit. I don't know what y'all said.
He'll show us something.
But this was a fucking vintage classic. Back and forth. As Darrin said, it started out a little bit slow. But for the next 15 to 20 minutes, this was a vintage WCW, early 90s WWE heavyweight title match. It went about 40, 45 minutes, a whole bunch of locks and headlocks before the action really got going. But when they got going, it was the best action of the fucking night. And like I said, once again, this is one of those matches I can't go into everything that happened. But it was a flurry. There was a 2-minute flurry where none of these motherfuckers took a break. And you can see them, like, the little pieces telling each other what was next. In the middle of them throwing each other here. All right, you do this. All right, as soon as you come back this way. All I know at the end, it was the longest fucking maestro cradle I've ever seen in my life from Jonathan Gresham. On Bandido, who couldn't kick out at all. At all. And that's what secured Jonathan Gresham as the undisputed champions. Now, I don't want to forget that midway through the match, Chavo interfered. Bandido said, "What the fuck are you doing? Stop!" Later on, the ref kind of got hit by when a reversal happened, but he didn't get hit. He just turned around like he got distracted. That's when fucking Jonathan Gresham went up on a rope and fucking Chavo hit him with the belt. Bandido actually told the ref, "This nigga cheating. Get him out of here. Get him out of here." Chavo couldn't believe it. But after that, those last 10 minutes was fucking epic. Your new champion, Jonathan Gresham, the Octopus. How you feel about this match before we get
good ass match? I loved it. A little sluggish at first, but once he got into it, that was awesome.
Yes, it was. It was fucking awesome. But
Jay Gresham got the damn title, unified champion.
Unified the champion. Crazy. And at the end, Bandido handed him the title, gave him a hug, "You the champion," and he got out of there. And Gresham grabbed the mic and said, "All you ever want to do is restore honor, man. All you ever do is make people proud." And that led to Jay Lethal coming out and basically telling him, "Nigga, you wouldn't be nothing without me. So where's my respect? I mean, why come I wasn't getting all this shit? I was the foundation motherfucker, mushed them and everything. But these motherfuckers got to a legitimate little brother, big brother fight until, as Darrin said, Sanjay Dutt came out there and tried to break it up and whatnot. And then that's when fucking
these motherfuckers started
they motherfucking biking him. Sanjay Dutt started nice kicks in his little burgundy little plum suit.
Gonna act like he gonna.
And then that's when Lee Moriarty come out there and shit. And try to get up in it. He get attacked with a little, the smallest of double axe handles by Sanjay Dutt. And then they throw him into a lethal injection. These motherfuckers celebrating, holding up titles like they about to run Ring of Honor. And then some music hit, and Jay Lethal had this look like, who the fuck interrupted my moment? And damn it, it was one of the Ring of Honor originals.
Wow.
Samoa Joe.
Joe.
And he came up there, vintage Joe, shaking, all that shit. Ended up hitting Sanjay Dutt with a fucking cocaine clutch. He went to sleep in like 4 seconds. And he sold and got out of there. Jay Lethal act like he's still trying to get in the ring. It was a great way to end it off. And at the end, handshake from fucking Samoa Joe, Gresham. Mm-hmm. Ring of Honor is back, damn it. How did you feel about it?
That moment was crazy. Like, pay-per-view was good.
All I wanted
like
to see Samoa Joe in the ring, man.
Yeah. I was watching, I was like, Samoa Joe.
And he lost some of that WWE fat, that comfortable money fat.
Yeah.
He got work for his money again.
My man's back. I was been waiting for Samoa Joe to fight back up. Got cocaine and clutch and everything.
Man.
Maybe I could get one more vintage match between Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal. I need that.
Well, it looked like that's what it's leading to. But Samoa Joe ain't like what the hell was going on. That would be a perfect way to start off the new Ring of Honor regime. With Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal, 2 Ring of Honor foundational builders to put on the show.
And there was a hint that Samoa Joe might be all elite. I don't know for sure.
He didn't lie. Samoa Joe was supposed to be on Dynamite on Wednesday. What the fuck? AEW is on some shit. Well, we gonna talk about AEW soon. This was Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor, y'all. Y'all heard what we said. This is Data 1, man. This is Data D. We out of here, man.
Yes, sir.